Hey guys, Mitch here from Sydney Premium Detailing. Welcome back to our studio. As you can see behind me, we've got this beautiful 993 Porsche C4S. There were only 66 of these delivered to Australia, with only 6 of them being the midnight blue metallic. Once we're finished with this thing is going to look incredible. Right, so the car's just been washed. As you can see behind me, the boys are just clay barring the car now. This will remove any contaminants bonded to the paintwork, get it really prepped perfectly before we start polishing. We're then going to move on to the interior and do a full interior detail. So all the leather, all the carpets, every little crevice is going to get detailed and brought up to brand new basically. Once we go from that, we're going to then move on to underbody detailing. So getting all the bits from underneath the car looking pristine as well as removing the wheels, doing the suspension, doing the inner linings. Pretty much as far as we can go with detailing, that's what's happening with this. It will look as perfect as can possibly be. Now, it is an old car, so it does have stone chips and stuff like that. The owner has chosen not to repaint the car. We are going to end up wrapping the whole car as well in XPEL PPF. So whilst he won't get any more stone chips, the original stone chips still will be there and preserve the original look.
We've washed and decontaminated the Porsche now. We're going to do a little walk around and find the major defects and things that we need to fix up during the compounding polishing stages. There is some major defects, some heavy scratches, sanding marks, water spots, pretty much every form of defect we'll find on this car. So we'll do a little walk around, we'll have a look. There's some major scratches here on the bonnet. There's about 5 of them going down in this direction. Not really sure what would have caused these, probably during the washing stage at some time in its life, but they're quite severe. We can see just by the hex grid above me, the water spots just everywhere on top of the surface. We've got some overspray, some really heavy scratches along the side skirts where people are just washing and wiping the car. You can just see that whole motion of the scratches going down. A very old PPF. We're going to be removing this paint protection film. This is probably factory, heavily water spotted, scratched. So we're going to use a lot of caution to remove this to make sure that we don't pull any paint with it, because that is a chance with these very old cars. The tail lights, very hazy, need some love. The badges, they're going to be removed for when we're doing the paint protection film to give us the best possible install and don't have an edge exposed around the badge. With the underbody of the car, it's going to be quite some work with bringing all the metals and stainless and materials underneath back to life, removing as much surface rust as we can, polishing them back to a great shine and protecting them with a ceramic coating as well. So we've got the mufflers, we've got the exhaust tips, we've got the suspension components. Also, we're going to be removing the wheels off the car completely to be able to get access to the suspension components and clean those up as best as we can and ceramic coat them as well. We're doing everything we can to give this car the best chance going forward and protecting everything.
Driver's side rear impact PPF, so don't forget this has been on for the better part of 25 years, 23 years, since 1997. This side's actually coming off a lot easier. Sort of just started steaming it to loosen it up with glue and make everything nice and pliable. Loosens it all up. But the other side, it came off in tiny little chunks like that, and it took me the better part of 5 hours to do one side, so this is much easier, much nicer to work with. The good thing about the steam is that it heats up the film, but it doesn't heat the panel behind it up too much. So you know, if the film's hot and the panel behind it is reasonably cool, it obviously comes off a lot easier, but there's a lot less risk of damaging paint while doing this. So, like I said before, it's 23 years old, so definitely a bit of a mission to do this sort of thing, but the finish that we're going to get will be outstanding, so definitely worth it.
We're standing beside the Porsche at the moment. We're going to start doing the interior detail on it. It's going to take about 6 to 8 hours to bring this interior back to life. Just looking around in all the cracks and crevices, I can see a lot of dirt, dust, grime, etc., especially on the seats. You can see that shiny finish that's left on there from the bodily oils. So we're going to be using our different brushes, solutions, tools to be able to remove the dirt and grime from these areas and remove the bodily oils from the leather to bring it back to how this interior should look from what it was many years ago. Alrighty, so the interior has been completely cleaned now. We're on to the conditioning stage and protection stage. So we're going to be applying leather conditioner from Shine Supply onto the leather pieces all around on the interior. This is going to soften the leather, give it some protection against UV, and give it a really nice matte finish. Also, we're going to be applying Geon's range of fabric protectants for the carpets, the door liners here, on every material that we can to give it the best chance going forward, and it's going to bring it back to life. We're beside the Porsche at the moment. We've just done a little 50-50 test spot in the compounding stage on this fender here. So on my right hand side we've got the original swirl scratches that we've seen before, and on the left hand side here where I've gone over it just by a one pass with our machine, it's removed 95% of the imperfections over here. Still going to do another pass to get rid of the last little remaining bits, but it's coming up very nice. You can see a huge improvement in between the two side-by-side pieces here, so I'm definitely looking forward to the final result after it's all done and jeweled up to incredible gloss. It's a beautiful color and it's really going to pop. This customer's also requested for us to detail the underbody of the car, so it's going to be quite a task, but definitely worthwhile to get this car in the whole back to being the best condition it can be possible. So we're going to start by wiping down, rinsing the full underbody in all-purpose cleaner. This is going to break down a lot of the grime, dirt, and top layer surface contamination for us to be able to start polishing. So we'll shortly get into that, start wiping it all down, and then we'll get the little Rupes hybrid out. And this is going to be our main tool here to polish up all of these stainless steel and other metals on the underbody to give it a great shine again.
Alright, so the car's come out of the correction bay. The boys have done a really good job correcting the car. We've got it up to about 95% defect removal. That other 5% is usually deeper scratches and just general sort of wear and tear like stone chips and that sort of thing on the car. So the owner opted not to have any panels repainted. He wanted to keep it original but preserve it. So now we are preserving it by wrapping the whole car in PPF. As you can see behind me, Izzy's just starting on it now, so really looking forward to how it's going to turn out. It should be awesome. Alright guys, so the car is finally done. It's been here for 2 weeks. We've spent close to 100 hours on this car, from washing, paint correction, detailing, interior detailing, underbody detailing, inner guards detailing, wheel coating. We've applied XPEL PPF to the whole car using XPEL's templates. It's then come back to the coating bay, and we've then applied a ceramic coating over the film, the glass, ceramic coated the interior to keep it protected, ceramic coated the wheels as well. We also had our good friends Atlas Motorbody Works in Artarmon come in. They installed brand new headlight lenses and fog light lenses at the front. They also supplied us with rear brake lights and rear badging. So we'll quickly have a walk around the car. You can sort of see what I mean with how good this car looks now. Like it's incredible. Apart from the odd blemish, you know, from stone chips and that sort of thing, the owner did want to keep it original. He didn't want to repaint any panels of the car. So this is pretty much as good as a car can get that's 25 years old and, you know, actually driven. It does have 85,000 kilometers on it. It's not a garage queen, it's no show car, but now it's looking better than when it rolled out of the factory. Just how big the difference is at the back with the new badging and the new headlights, new taillights I should say as well. Really cleans up the whole look of the car. You know, the badges were sort of falling apart and quite faded. Took a bit of work to get off, but I mean, we got there in the end and it looks really good. Also, the other big difference that you'll probably notice is that the rear wheel impact area is now virtually invisible, having removed the 25-year-old one. We've now put another one over the top, so we've got a double layer of PPF there to keep it protected in that, you know, vulnerable area. All right, myself and the team are really happy with how this turned out. It's looking incredible. Look forward to doing many more videos. Hope to see you on the next one.